Hey coach, welcome back. The previous videos summarised how children grow and develop in 4 key areas: social, physical, emotional and cognitive, otherwise known as the SPEC model. This video will look at the implications of how children grow for talent identification and development. Talent identification and development systems have become popular in recent years. These systems aim to help find and nurture young athletes into the sporting superstars of tomorrow. Talent identification is the process of finding individuals with the potential at an earlier age to become elite performers in the future. This often involves coaches and scouts observing sporting performance to decide on a player's potential. Talent development systems provide athletes with a suitable learning environment to accelerate and fulfill their potential. This learning environment is often supported by higher quality coaching, enhanced training and competition, and other support services like strength and conditioning and medical support. Different sports and countries run different talent identification and development programs. In some sports, these can start within children from 7 years of age. Yes, that's right, 7 years of age. However, as children grow, this can make talent identification and development challenging. Here are 3 key challenges for talent identification within young athletes that you should be aware of. Challenge 1. Predicting potential at an early age is very difficult. Talent identification ultimately involves trying to predict the future. The further away an individual is from adulthood, the less accurate a talent identification decision can be. Trying to predict potential within childhood is also difficult when we consider a child's growth. As discussed in the previous 4 videos, children grow socially, physically, emotionally and cognitively. As these types of growth all occur at different times, this makes talent identification decisions even more difficult. Growth and development at certain time points can influence sporting performance and how talent is perceived. In a way, all that glitters is not gold, and some gold may be hidden until full growth is achieved. Lastly, talent identification should focus on predicting potential. Assessing future potential against current performance is difficult. What does potential look like? As you can see on the screen, Joseph Baker and colleagues presented a 3x3-way matrix of performance versus potential to help coaches classify athletes as high performing, high potential in box number 9 to low performing, low potential in box number 1. Overall, talent identification is very much about thinking about the future. So get out your crystal balls. Okay, so over to challenge 2. Early identification equals early specialisation. Talent identification within sports can occur at early ages. For example, within gymnastics, this can occur between 6 to 9 years and 7 to 8 years in soccer. These early talent identification processes may promote early sport specialisation, which includes intensive year-round training within a single sport. Early specialisation may enhance sport-specific performance in the short term. However, it has recently been hotly debated on the benefits of this approach compared to youth athletes sampling a wide range of sports. Research shows that those who play multiple sports while growing up have a stronger chance of becoming top athletes. The International Olympic Committee has raised awareness of some potential negative outcomes of early specialisation. These negative outcomes include injury, overtraining, and negative psychosocial health such as burnout. Therefore, although early talent identification may have some benefits to sports, In the interest of the health and well-being of young athletes, coaches should consider the potential negative impact of such early talent identification programs before deciding this is the way to go. And finally, challenge 3. Young athletes are grouped into age groups. Athletes within most sports, like education, are grouped into annual age categories. For example, in the United Kingdom, we use the 1st of September to the 31st of August as the selection start and cut-off dates, which coincides with the school year. This process is designed to provide equal competition and developmental opportunities for young athletes. From a talent identification perspective, this process should allow equal opportunities for athletes to be identified. However, this fails to consider the chronological age differences between individuals within an annual age category, otherwise known as relative age. For example, if we consider two children, one born on the 1st of September and the other born on the 31st of August, there is a 364-day difference in age, but they will play in the same age group. These differences have resulted in what is known as the relative age effect. The relative age effect is the short-term and long-term participation and development consequences resulting from these differences in age. Ultimately, young athletes can be advantaged or disadvantaged within talent identification and youth sport based upon their birth date and the dates used to create annual age groups. The relative age effect is very common across children's sport and talent identification programs. See the graph here, which shows relative age effects in UK Rugby League's talent identification system. 55% of players selected into their national programme at 13 to 15 years were born between September and November. These relative age advantages or disadvantages are a result of the likely enhanced growth of relatively older individuals. The advantages may not only be physical, but also cognitive, social and emotional. Remember the SPEC model. To summarise, it is vital coaches understand how children grow and develop and the impact this has on the need for and impact of talent identification and development systems. Now it's time for you to think about how this plays out in your coaching context. Please move on to the reflective activities and remember to download the study guide for further information. See you soon.